It's the E-Commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-Commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's E-Commerce Minute for March 26, 2018.
In today's episode, Macy's Instagram live share hack for spring promo.
Retailer Macy's has created a unique Instagram hack to promote their spring 2018 campaign. The campaign is called Remarkable You, that helps customers via Instagram put together outfits with help from influencers and Macy's stylists, according to a news release. Macy's is partnering with Wendy Nguyen of Wendy's Lookbook and other influencers who, along with Cassandra Jones, Macy's SVP of Fashion, will help users find the most remarkable version of themselves, quote, by hacking Live Share, a new Instagram live video feature that lets two people live stream a video simultaneously. For its hashtag Find Remarkable Instagram thread, Macy's is providing influencers with the same article of clothing. Each influencer will uniquely style the item using other Macy's clothing and accessories, and then tag and challenge a fellow influencer to restyle the clothing item. Users are encouraged to join the conversation by sharing how they have styled the same item. In addition to the Instagram campaign, Macy's launched a 90-second commercial running through April 7th. The spot tells the story of 6 women who are surprised when they catch a glimpse of different versions of themselves as they go about their daily activities.
John, are you remarkable?
I'm remarkable. So I don't know how this is going to, because this enters that whole world of Instagram influencers, and I think what is the benchmark for an influencer? Is it 50,000 followers or something like that?
I don't know.
I thought
depends on the no. That's
got to be more, right?
No, it's not. There's no number for it.
I mean, thought there was like a number like that they.
That's stupid. That is
because there's companies that say if you have X amount of followers, then you're sort of quote unquote qualified as an influencer.
It's just that's just random numbers.
But it's just a random number. Okay, so anyway, fashion pretty much lives on Instagram and of course Pinterest. So this kind of campaign is perfect for Instagram. It sounds a little complicated, but
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, it sounds a little complex.
Sounds a little complicated.
Who like somebody was drawing this on the whiteboard, going, "Yeah, we can do this and then this." And then, by the way, oh my God, we gonna do this? Like what?
Okay, so they get an A for effort, maybe like a C- for execution. We'll have to see how this rolls.
But John, you and I are not the target.
Oh no, I totally get it. I had to read this 3 times before I figured out what the heck it was. Trust me, I barely have my head wrapped around this.
So we might be wrong, but
I'm just only because I'm really into Instagram that I kind of understood it. But I see what they're trying to do, and they're trying to. Macy's is not your grandma's store anymore. They're trying to appeal to the younger demographic.
Well,
why wouldn't they? If you look, traditionally, what would Macy's have done in the past? They would have run a couple of TV commercials, a big giant full page ad in the local local broadsheet, and that would have been it. You can't do that anymore. That's not where their clients or their potential clients or customers are going to be. So they're in the right spot. This just kind of seems a little twisty turny, and but you have to look at these Instagram influencers. When you say, "Hey, we're going to give you some free clothes," they'll make it work.
Yeah, that'd be. I don't know. We'll see. I guess it depends how this is going to be pulled off. I don't know. I figure this is so complex. Sometimes like they just overdo it. You know what I mean? Like I get everybody wants to do all these social stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I'm.
Yeah, I mean the way that it's you have to do this and you have to do this and then you see another person and it's but they've got the right idea with the hashtag and with giving the clothing to the influencers. There's a stat I have here. Coach Nordstrom, Forever 21, they see a lot of success with the fashion influencers. They get more. They say they see a bigger brand engagement through the influencers. And among the luxury brands, it says here, 73% have active influencer marketing campaigns. So
Yeah.
Something must be doing right. And you have to realize that paying an Instagram influencer, you probably get a bigger ROI on that because you're going right to the customer. It's not this, we're going to put a billboard up on the interstate.
Yeah, and it's also like less expensive, right? Like,
it's a lot less expensive because you think an influencer, what do they probably get? Some of them might get a little bit of cash, but what they probably want is, please send me stuff. They love.
Well, I mean, right. I mean, if you go into upper echelon influencers, I mean, you're talking about Kim Kardashian. That's
right, not a Kardashian, but a fashion up and coming fashion blogger.
Yeah.
You say, hey, I'm going to send you a couple sweaters. Sure, why not? And they probably spend
some money with it. Yeah, I mean,
an hour styling their shot, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely ways of going about that now. So it's cool. It's cool to see. I think that obviously the influencer sort of game or name of it. I'm not a big fan of the name itself, but that's okay. I'm actually happy that like regular people are just really benefiting from it on both sides.
Yeah, no, that actually appeals to me as well. Because
I bet about like how many times you buy for your friends, and that your friends are into it, and they're like, I mean, we've been doing this for so long. We've seen bloggers and struggling. Remember when they used to get paid like 5 cents for whatever?
Yeah.
Where now it's like you can do this, and all of a sudden you have stuff, and you get paid for it. And it's not like you're paying ridiculous amount of money for a big ad that nobody sees. It's the idea of deep, not wide.
Yeah, no, that's a great analogy. And it's especially when you're dealing with niches. Fashion's pretty broad, but there's other niches. Like my Instagram thing is I'm into lettering and design, and what happens is these lettering artists, when they get to a certain point, like a company like Microsoft will go, hey, here's a Microsoft Surface. Try it out. Show your fans what a Microsoft Surface would do, and that appeals to me because it got right to me. Like somebody who I looked at as an influencer in my niche. All of them had Microsoft Surfaces, so it made me think. What did it cost Microsoft? Didn't cost them a whole lot of money, and they got this reach of hundreds of thousands of people to show off their products. So I think the influencer thing is definitely the way to go if you're spending any kind of advertising dollars.
Yeah, I mean, even in clothing, you can niche it out too, right? Like it depends what you wear, and like if somebody likes your style, there's a lot more people going to follow your style, and then that kind of brings in an audience for that. Even though you might not have, 1 million followers, it could be only 20,000, but it's 20,000 really particular followers that you like to style to. So it's definitely a good niche, sort of straight to the point marketing, that's what's going to happen more and more and more.
Yeah, no, it's good. And we've seen this a lot on YouTube where like you look like a Casey Neistat or somebody like that, suddenly he's showing off Samsung. Well, he's getting paid by Samsung. I'd like to see now that Instagram is more becoming video focused. You've got like these live feeds. Who's going to be that type of, like, how is that going to fit in? Like how is that the live streamer? Who's gonna like quote unquote sponsor them? You have like Instagram, you have Twitch. It's like the brands are going to move in and start. That you're going to see a lot more of this, especially on Instagram, I think.
Exactly.
All right, very good. Anything else?
Get some followers on Instagram.
Get some followers. Be an influencer, kids. Don't go to college. Be an Instagram influencer.
Hey welcome to GeekWire. Do you want to stay up
that
with the
happened.
latest technology?
Sorry.
Okay. I'll let you go, Bart. I think you want to listen to GeekWire. All right, that's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. Is it a good show?
Sorry. That did not mean to happen.
Happy Monday, everybody. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media at Sumo Heavy.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.